What you gonna do? Because I guarantee you can't beat me.
Situation.
You get mad, even if you get offended. So, what you gonna do? Because I guarantee you can't beat me.
Situation.
Because she's nice looking.
You wouldn't
That's a problem? Y'all have a problem with that?
I do. I'm gonna tell you as a woman, I do. Because
Happy birthday to you. Say cheese.
I want you to know if it was 1 year, I can understand it. But 5 years, if it was 1 month, I can understand it.
I didn't go through it for 5.
Okay, well, 3.
That's right.
So, what is the 2 years difference?
The 2 years difference is it was 2 years happening before.
Oh, so you saying you knew about it 3 years
on
about
and
it?
off. It was like I found out after it had already been occurring for 2 years. I found out after it had already been occurring for 2 years, and then I thought it was done, and then months would go by.
You knew about it the whole 5 years that you was out there?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Melanie knew Martell been cheating for the past 6 years. I'm not gonna even say 5. So yes, that make them sister-wise, you know. They all in this together. So, hey, Melanie, like I said, put on your grown women panties, baby, and y'all just all be sisters together.
I said, Daddy, I want to be with another woman sexually. And he looked at me so beautifully and so patient and so loving and said, me too. He said, you mind? He said, is that what the I said that.
Hey, what's up? What's up, guys? Happy blessed Sunday. Happy blessed Sunday. Yes, indeed. How are you guys doing? Hope you all are doing great today. Yes, indeed. I see where my girl, Arionne Curry, I mean, she got these people that's supposed to be on a 24-hour fast. I mean, they out there and forgetting that they supposed to be on their knees praying. Make it make sense, okay? All right. I see my people is in the house, my truth tellers. Yes, yes, yes. Rose Matthews, come on, girl. You've been chatting all all night. I mean, Rose Matthews. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link, guys. I'm dropping the link. So if anybody want to come on, you are welcome. Even those that want to call me a hater, okay? Rose Matthews. I mean, she been going back and forth since this morning, saying, not this morning, last night, since Arionne and Martell came out with just pictures. All they did was showed pictures and got people stirred up over pictures, guys. Make it make sense. I mean, they calling Martell out saying Martell want Melody and Arionne talking about her. The people didn't say anything. All they had to do is post pictures. That's just to show you these people are checking for Martell and Arionne because they make the show. They are the missing piece. Arionne is the missing piece when it comes to that show, whether you guys like it or not. But Rose Matthews, let me see, read what she said. She said, Lady D, you hate Melody. How can I hate someone that I don't know? Tell me, how can I hate someone that I don't know? And for what did she do to you? Melody didn't do anything to me, okay? But post my pictures. But still of all, I don't know Melody. I don't know Melody. I don't know none of these people from a can of paint. I only can give you my honest observation. And like I say, in here is grown folks. Miss Wu says, hello, Lady D. Happy blessed Sunday. Yes, Vika Real Space says, hi, Lady D and chat. Lady Rose, yes, Lady Rose says, good morning, Lady D. Thank you for being a member. My girl, Davita James says, happy Sunday, everyone. Also, Lady B is in the house. Lady B says, good afternoon, Lady D, and all the beautiful people in the chat. Gail Francis says, hi, everyone. Beautiful Traveler says, good morning. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Yes, indeed, Monique is a fool. I love me some Monique. Yes, Monique gonna tell it like it is, you know? Monique is going to tell it exactly like it is. She went to Dad and said, Daddy, I want to be with another woman. Daddy said, me too. You know good and well. Something had to been going on in that house. You cannot tell me that small is little old Huntsville. You didn't know what was going on in that house. Like I said there and say, they both was out there. I'm going to say allegedly. She didn't care. He didn't care. They was just tossing it all over the place, okay? But like I said there and say, you can't get mad, because we looking from the outside in. And just like Miss Wanda, they wanted to go ahead and get Miss Wanda out because Miss Wanda, she was on it. They didn't want Miss Wanda to spill the beans, to tell exactly what's going on. What woman that you know your husband is messing with, you're going to drive miles and miles and go and sit on her couch. The only way that a person would do that, if, like I said, it was a family affair. Yes, indeed. So, Davida said, yes, they are big mad. Absolutely. They are upset. But I told you guys, when Arionne went ahead and dropped those pictures, I say, this is going to go ahead and go viral. And lo and behold, it went viral. Just like my girl had said, I was watching her live. Go ahead and check out Beautiful Butterfly. She said the side chick is still siding. He's still with her. Like I said, if Martell was out there messing with all these different women, I promise you, out of 7 seasons, somebody would have came for it. No one ever came for it. You guys want to say that when it came to Martell was sitting there swinging it all over the place. The only place most likely he was swinging, and that's with Arionne Curry, okay? Like I said there and say, what man that is going to sit with a woman thinking that she's God gift to the universe, don't cook, don't want to clean up, according to Martell, don't want to help the kids for homework. He went and bathed the kids and went to all their events. And I'm going to say allegedly. But one man that going to come home from a hard day's work and then go home to a deadlock, someone that's wishing that they was the next Beyonce. But what tripped me out, when I saw Arionne came on and she was playing one of Beyonce's songs, and when it comes to the millimeters, man, they always say this Beyonce internet every time when Melody comes on. And I just know these people got off of their 24-hour fast that they were supposed to be on. And I mean, they just lost it. That's just to show you, you test them. That's how you test the spirit. You test the spirit to see if it is of God. Because if it was of God, they would have stayed on their knees. They wouldn't be coming in my neck of the woods and sit there and say, "Oh, you just a hater." No, they won't say that. They just gonna let go and let God. But not these people, not these type of people. No, sorry, honey. Amama. Amaral. I might be pronouncing your name, but she says, "Thank you, checking." Okay, thank you guys. Thank you for coming in. And also, my girl is in the house, dark and lovely. She says, "Good afternoon, beauties, Lady D, and chat." Checking your boo, my girl checking your boo. She got all the info, honey. She said, "Hello, guys." Okay, okay, guys. I got 33 people in here. Come on, come on, come on. And hit that like button. Let me see how many people I went ahead and hit that like button. Only 12. So you know we got a lot of what you call that, cloud watchers, okay, is in the house. Come on and hit that like button, comment and share these videos for more unapologetic content. So let me go ahead and drop the link. So if anybody want to come on, you are welcome to come up, okay? Because we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get to the bottom of this right here. VV is in the house. She says, "Good afternoon, everyone." So I went ahead and I dropped the link. So if anybody want to come on, you are welcome to come on. But like I said, this right here, you cannot stop it. And the thing about it, they want to say Martell, he need to leave Melody alone and he need to stop, taking her to court. Like I said, you guys must not have children. I would rather for Martell to handle it with the court, which I don't like the white folks all in my business, but I would rather for him to handle it in the courtroom than handle it on social media. So I see my girls in the house, Davida Brown. I'm gonna go ahead and let you up in a few seconds. Let me go ahead right quick and read the copyright disclaimer, and then I'm gonna go ahead and let my girl in the house, Davida. Copyright disclaimer is under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism. So don't go around and say, "Oh, she wrong for that. Oh, she a hater. Oh, we gonna sue, 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 sue." My God, come on, guys. These people signed their life on the dotted line, okay? For purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed. And so, guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. So I'm waiting for Davida to come on. I see that her device saying not connected. Try again, Davida. Try it again because it's saying that your device is not connected, okay? So, okay, my girl is in the house, Davida. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. How are you doing, my girl, Davida?
Peace and blessings to you on this Sunday. I'm doing well. I
I
was
know you are.
happy when I seen that photo, but honey, as soon as it was posted on IG, there was about 5 different videos last night about this and this morning.
Wow.
They are really bothered.
Mm-mm-mm.
They are really bothered. I hit, like they said, a hit dog will holler, honey. They were hit last night.
They were. But when we tell you what I think, Davida, what I think is that, do you think, because Arionne and Martell, they was quiet, right? You didn't hear nothing from them. They was just doing their thing and, wasn't even worrying about social media. And all of a sudden they went ahead and they dropped that. Do you think that they only gave us a little teaser because I think the show is going to come on next week, and it shows that even though people saying that they don't want Ariana on the show, but quite obvious they got their notification on ready soon the minute when she dropped anything. The girl didn't even say a word, just dropped still pictures. And I mean, it went viral. So do you think that, they just wanted to give us just a taste to see how these people are really checking for Martell and Arionne, which will bring the ratings up?
Right? They still are subscribed to Arionne. They're obsessed with her.
Absolutely.
They are obsessed with her. And I'm glad this happened in a way. I'm kind of glad it did.
Me too.
They look very happy together. He's not paying Miss Buddy any dust. He doesn't care. All he cares about is his children that he has with her. Let it go. Let it go. Because he sure let it go. Because if he really wanted you back, girl, he will be showing things on his stories about you, like some of these stalkerish dudes do. And he ain't even paying you no attention, girl. And I don't know why your cult members want to do all these 2 hour long videos yesterday, but they was all in their feelings, and I found it laughable.
Me too.
Very laughable. and see, yesterday I got pissed off because Miss Buddy want to talk about a spiritual warfare. And I'm like,
Come on,
girl,
girl.
you don't know
Come
what a spiritual
on.
warfare is.
Oh my God. I had to come on live yesterday when they was calling for this 24-hour fast. And I said, they say, why the heck these people are calling for a 24-hour fast as if the Most High God will hear that? First, you got to forgive, let go, and let God. Your first assignment is not to sit there and go to the Holy of Holiness or wherever you want to go. First of all, you got to make sure that when you go on the fast, you got to make sure that you forgive everybody. You can't sit there and go and asking for blessings and you got a hard heart. Make it make sense, Davida.
Exactly. You got to be right when you do stuff like that. And you're playing with God when she said that. She's a charlatan.
Yes.
She's a charlatan, and this thing that she's trying to create, I see what the scam is. It's all a bunch of scams, and her homegirl receipts are out there that she got these people buying for coaching, and she not even refunding them. She's not even telling them that she canceled it, and she's out partying with friends and stuff. It's a dirty game. Like, everything that glitters ain't gold when it come down to those women.
Absolutely. But why do you think, getting back to the topic, why you think that these people, they got so much heat when it comes to Martell and Arionne? And Melody and Martell been divorced for almost how many years? 5 years, right?
Going on 5 years.
Going on 5 years. And these people are still trying to hold these people together.
They still haven't, these YouTubers, they haven't moved on. They still talking like the divorce just happened last week. They're still talking in past tense. Because he ain't checking for her. That picture told me what I needed to know.
Me too.
That told me what I needed to know, but they're not getting it. They're mad because he's still with Arionne and he's not up Melody's tail. That's what they mad about. They want him to be head over in love and crazy in love with Mel, and it ain't going. He ain't going. Because if it was all about that, he would never walk down on her and be with Arionne in the first place.
Absolutely. I see my girl is in the house, Miss Butterfly. How are you doing, girl? You had me laughing early this morning. You had me okay. I had to repost that. I say, look, I'm finna put this on my page. Girl, you is
Listen. Move the banner. Notice my picture? Move the banner real quick.
Hold on. Let me make it bigger. Okay.
Yeah, Butterfly.
I'm gonna put that on mine as well. That's gonna be all of ours this week.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Let's troll the mess out of them because they are so mad. Yes, Lady D. Make it your Abby too.
I'm going to. I promise you, all this week. That's going to be my profile picture. I promise you.
Yeah, I want to troll the mess out of them. Why making my Abby for my page too?
Yeah, you too much. You too much, girl. My God, you are too much, girl. You got me on the floor. But like I said, these people need to stop,
They
every
do.
time when they do something, it always backfire on them.
It does. It really does. I had a ball cackling at them this morning. I made a bet with one of my buttercups, right? I was like, how many? I said, she was like, I'm like, how many? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 incoming videos,
Yep,
right? I'm
yep,
like, let's
yep,
make a bet. I bet there'll
yep.
be 9 videos before the money. I think I said 9 or 10. I think I won the bet because one of my other buttercups went and counted. I think it was 9 videos before 5 o'clock this morning.
You right about that.
I knew it was going to be a viral moment. I promise you. I knew it was going to be a viral
I
moment
told you.
because these people, like I say, what I think that I don't know if it was Carlos King or someone. I think they say, okay, go ahead and post pictures. Don't say nothing. Just post pictures, and we want to see how it's going to go ahead and go from there. And it went viral.
Right. It
And I'm
went
glad she
viral.
did it. I'm glad she did it.
Me
Yes.
too. Me
Me
too. Me
too.
too.
It really got
Me
those
too.
women in a bunch, boy.
Ooh, ooh.
They laughing at
They are
butterfly
pulling out.
picture. I can't wait to put mine up. I can't wait to put mine
Yeah.
on.
Listen.
Girl, you're too much.
Yo,
This is
I'm
too
trolling them
funny.
all day today. I'm gonna be trolling them all day.
Girl, this is too much. But that's what I'm saying. You know, you never win when you play dirty. And the thing about it, they think that, everybody is hating on Melody or Martell wants Melody. Martell does not want Melody.
Mm-mm.
His priority is to his kids. He want what's best for his kids.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
And that's it. And that's all he cares about is them children. That's why I said, Martell, I'm not saying he's a perfect person. I'm not
No.
saying none of that. But at the end of the day, when it really boils down to it, he, to me, in my opinion, really has the best interest of his children at heart.
The
That's
judge
just my
said that as
opinion.
well. The judge said that as
The
well.
judge sure did say that. The judge sure did say that. They sure did.
Yeah. He looked so happy in that picture. Like he looked
Absolutely.
cute. He don't look like he's losing no sleep. God is blessing him a lot.
And the
He
thing
look
about
like
it,
he don't got no stress going on.
and they were saying, "Oh, he looks stressed. He looks not happy." That man looked it happy, honey. Look at my picture. I'm gonna fix it right
Smiling from ear to ear. He was
now.
smiling harder than Arionne.
What?
This is also this one was troll them all day because they
What?
just a bunch of liars and they just make up stuff in their head. That man was smiling harder than Arionne. Okay, look at that
I said,
picture again.
look
There
at
you
look
go,
at that.
Lady D. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna fix it a little better to make sure the face and everything shows. But this right here gonna be all week, girl. I mean, when it came to Arionne, when she posted those 2 still pictures, I mean, my God, I was on the floor.
Yeah, it's funny to me. It's funny.
It's funny to me too.
Did you put it on your community wall, Butterfly?
Oh yeah, I put my picture on the community wall. I didn't
Cool.
put that I changed my Abby though. But if you watch my live this morning, I told the Buttercups at the end. I said, you know what? I think I'm gonna change my Abby. They was like, do it.
Oh my
I'm gonna show
God.
them all day. As soon as I see one of them live, I'm jumping down in their chat.
But in our Nene Lee's
Oh
voice,
God.
what she said, you never win when you play dirty. And like I say,
Yeah,
these people,
listen.
I mean, they need to just sit there and say, okay, let it go, let it go. If you sit there saying it, Melody, it's time to move on, move on. Let Martell be happy, okay?
That's
I
it.
think I
Move
think she
on
need to go
wherever he
see.
be.
Yeah.
Wherever he's gonna be, let it be. That's why I said vengeance is mine, said the Lord. They spent so many years trying to get she spent so many years trying to get her own vengeance, and that's why it all backfired in her face. And all she did was walk in bad karma into her life. In theirs. They
Absolutely.
walking bad karma into their life. Because they really the ones that been the crash dummies for her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
Davida, you need to put your picture up there because this right here, this right here, this is a lot. You need to put your picture up too because like I said, you never win when you play dirty. And Arionne didn't say a word to these people. I mean, she wasn't even bothered, bothered by these people. This girl was minding her own business. Martell was minding their
Yep.
own
And
business.
Basement Bully doxed her and wanted her to be known because she wanted that cult and the rest of the world to attack that girl. That's why she doxed her. Nobody knew who Arionne was. I know they like to spread that lie that, oh, we know who she is because she reached out to Funky Dineva. No. She reached out to Funky Dineva after she was already doxed.
So Melody the
That's
one
the
came
order of
out.
events.
Melody the one came out with it first, right?
She doxed Arionne and the Scots at the same time to that blogger that no longer is blogging. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
I got him.
Oh my God,
Somebody
this is
screenshot this. Somebody screenshot this and send it to me.
and somebody say, "Vengeance is mine," says the Lord. And screenshot it right now and send it to me right now. Okay, please do it. Please do it because, like I said, you never win when you play dirty. You never win when you play.
Yeah, please, somebody screenshot it and send it to us, y'all.
Oh my God,
He
this
was
is too
really
much.
feeling it. He was happy and they look so nice together. I don't care about her Adidas. They look fine to me. It
Oh, they were
meant
First of
saying
all,
something
that's
about
the
the tennis
color they're
everything.
shoes.
supposed to be.
Yeah. Oh, they
First
were
of all,
saying
that's the
something about the
color they're
tennis shoes.
supposed to be. They're supposed to be off-white. The dummies. They
Wow.
don't know nothing about what they talking about.
Exactly. And that like that whole photo. I like what she had on. Miss Buddy could never fit in that. That's color the buck, man.
Wow. And her body is tight. You saw how flat her stomach is. I mean, she looked real good.
She's working out, and you could tell Martell is working out too.
Yes.
He ain't
Mm-mm.
losing no sleep.
But they wanted to see that.
At
They wanted
all.
to see that man. They
And I'm
wanted to
glad.
see him. They
And
wanted
I'm
to see
glad
him miserable,
Yeah,
but
Ariana.
they
he
want
was
to see them miserable like Basement Bully is. She wouldn't be so miserable if she really sat down somewhere and went and healed. I hope this fasting puts her in the direction of real healing. Not this pretend healing that she's running around faking that she was all these years and she really ain't. But
Well,
real healing. So hopefully, let's pray for their fast for their desperate queen
you know,
over
and you
there.
know what's sad? She been besties with that Bonquisha chick who claimed to be a life coach, and life coach is supposed to help you with stuff like that.
Mhm. Well, like I
And
said,
I
if a
tell you
person
what,
don't want be helped, what
yeah.
could you do? Go ahead,
And
butterfly.
I feel like Bumquisha has been trying to be a sound mind to her. Like I think what happened with Bumquisha though is she got caught up with trying to attack Letitia and them. But at the end of the day, I feel like Bumquisha probably has because she came out here and said it out loud, and that took a lot of guts because they already dragged her before. So I think she knew that it was going to drag her. But I don't know. Bumquisha, I think if anything, I think Bumquisha probably was behind the scenes trying to tell her like, girl, it ain't even like, you know what I mean? Come on now.
But see, there are guides out there that says how to get over a divorce. Maybe that's what Miss Buddy needs. There's things out there where you could do things with your mindset to change it, getting over a divorce. But I be dog, it's almost gonna be 5 years and you're not over that divorce yet. There's something wrong
And I
with you.
and I really think the reason why she's not over it is because of how she got him herself.
Absolutely. Or
You get what I'm
because just
saying? I think
or
that
because
adds on to that.
butterfly, or because just like we talked about it all the time, it's payola. Long as you keep Martell's name running, it's going to keep her cashing money to the bank. You see what I'm saying? It's just like I said, she got paid all
Right.
for her pain.
She
Because
did.
I
She
because
definitely
I
did.
I heard that she put a gag order on him, so he won't
Wow.
say nothing. I don't know if it's true,
But how could you put a
allegedly.
gag order on him and you out there talking as well?
But he's gonna get right. I do see some sis and the sis coming out soon. I see some stuff in happening that he might start coming at these content creators.
Hmm.
I do. I think
Especially when they're out here putting his daughter's name out on their huge platform. That woman has a huge following. To expose that child the way she did, I'm gonna
exactly.
stay on Queen Desperat's neck about that because that daughter's name was not mentioned in Martell's filing. So therefore, that has to tell you that Basement Bully had to go run that BS to that lady and tell her which child said what because nobody knew which child outside of the Sugar Mama incident, and that's because that was a specific incident that he was, you know what I mean. But outside of that, nobody knew what child came to the mother complaining about X, Y, and Z until Queen Desperate put that out there. So I hope
I,
he do send cease and desist.
Yeah, he needs some sis and assist. And I would never forget when he got on that Queen Desperat's platform. I felt that was all a setup plot to try to get her to get full custody.
That's what it was all about. But I want to know why they always run on those type of platforms. Run on those people platforms that supporting you. Come on, Butterfly. Come on, my channel. Like I said, we'll give you a voice because those people don't have Martell nor Arionne's best interest.
You're right. And you ever want? Well, I'll save that another time. She needs to. Um, she needs to come on y'all platforms because they need a voice for real. Because I don't like the bullying. I see Arionne ain't paying these women ain't paying them no attention. And they steady, even when she posted that stuff last week, they got in their feelings about that.
You talking about when the picture with Destiny, when they were at a restaurant or something like that, and they rewind it like 3 or 4 times just to see if it was Arionne?
No, not that one. The
Oh,
one
it was another one?
I got the last laugh. Who got the last laugh?
Oh, okay. But she didn't come out and talk. She just posted a picture, right?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. The girl don't even have to say a word. That's just to show you how affected she is. These people are bothered about Arionne. And I think that Arionne is the missing piece that's on this show. When they let Arionne on, those ratings going to go sky high. Forget about Melody. Let Melody, if she wants to be the villain, be the villain, or go and focus on what she got going on.
Yeah, you remember they got big mad. She was on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. That's a major network she was on. And they got mad about that.
Yeah, and they want to talk about her. Come on, guys. Like I said, they say the more dirt that you guys sling at Martell and Arionne, all you're doing is just elevating them. That's all you're doing.
But I give it up to him because
That's all they're doing.
When I watch 48 Hours and other things on YouTube, a lot of these greedy men, they don't want to go through the divorce thing. They try to do other things so they could get insurance instead of divorcing you. But he divorced you, and I think she's still embarrassed about it. That he left you with 4 kids and be with someone else. It's an embarrassment. She's embarrassed. But God forgives, honey. You got to go to God when things get done to you and get the help you need, hon.
Honestly, and you got to remember, forgiveness is not necessary for the other person. It's really for you, so that you don't turn out to be a bitter and miserable soul. Because while you're still being bitter and miserable, as you can clearly see, these two have moved on. Martell is smiling from ear to ear in that picture. There's no way that was forced.
Absolutely. And I talk about it all the time. Forgiveness, they think, forgiveness. Oh, if I'm doing a good favor. No, it's not for you. For them, it's for you. It's for you. You want to call yourself being on the fast? Make sure you make it right. I don't care how much that somebody had hurt you or whatever. If it's sitting and affecting your life where you can't move on, then I'm not going to give that person that much power. What you think?
I'm not.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And that's the thing. She don't even realize how much power she still gives them by being so miserable. That's why I'm able to come now and laugh and troll.
Oh my God, girl, you is a mess.
Oh, you been tripping me out.
Listen.
Oh Lord.
I'm just waiting to see what is gonna come this week. What else is gonna go
Man,
down
you
this
know
week?
it's coming. Yeah, and I'm glad Arionne can't, because they thought we was gonna get distracted. See, they try to go after the Scots again with that BS. Oh, they're scamming. Ain't nobody paying that no mind. Thank you, Arionne and Martell.
Arionne say, look, I'm gonna shut this down real quick, okay?
I mean, Marceau is making big moves. They got a lot of real estate deals happening. They need to stop it with that.
Mm-hmm. But the thing about it, we can't focus on what's going on with the Scots because Melody and her millimeters, they making it all about them all the time.
but I'm not falling for it. It's just like earlier today, there was a dog whistle put out that they no longer going to side eye Nell Fletcher, and they're going to start disrespecting her like they done everybody else. But they don't realize that their leader rents her home from them. So
Thank
what y'all gonna
you.
do? Y'all gonna go and try to do this to her like you did everyone else, and y'all gonna cause her not to be living on that hill no more. Y'all keep on.
Wait a minute.
Absolutely.
What did Nell do recently that got them all their panties in the bunch? I missed the Nell, but I called it months ago. I predicted this, but what happened now for them officially to put the nail on the coffin?
Well, there was some tea given to one of them where they found out Nell was talking junk about the millimeters on the show at that trip, and how she's Team Stormy. Whenever that thing was said at the table about that YouTuber going to Stormy's place of business, well, on that scene, Nell took Stormy's side and they're big mad about it, honey. They put dog whistles out this morning.
Wow.
And I'm saying
Well,
they better tread lightly, because her and her husband is allowing their leader to live on top of that hill.
Thank you. And she got that $10 million debt with the IRS allegedly over her head. I don't think she can go and get another, $1 million home to lay in, So, I think just like you said, Davida, she better tread lightly.
And I pray that something will come of this. I don't know if she got that type of debt with them. My mom owed the IRS, and I couldn't use financial aid back in it when I graduated high school. Now, what if them kids don't get financial aid because of her?
Wow.
That could happen to her. So they need to quit trying to talk about the Scots and everybody else.
That's it. And one thing about the IRS, guys, the IRS does not play. They want their money on top, and it does not disappear.
They'll garnish your checks and all of that.
Everything.
I knew she disappeared for a reason. I told y'all. Remember, I told y'all. Anytime she disappeared, she's trying to deflect from something coming out about her. Whoa. She owed who? 10,000, 10 million. What?
We're going to say all this ledge, but that information is already out there. All you have to do is go to the Suns, and we're going to say allegedly, but according to that article, they have a $10 million debt over their head from the IRS. Yes, they do. They racked up 50 creditors. 50 creditors. These people was robbing Peter.
Wait, is it her? Is it just her by herself, or her and Martell?
It's both of them. But like I said, I don't think Martell.
So when they dropped that tea, wow. Okay, so when see the deflection. So when they dropped that tea about Martell owning IRS, they left out that she also owes them.
They always
because see, they tried to bring. They always tried to bring that up about Martell. I didn't know that she was on the same IRS tab.
They married. And then Martell said, they say, look, Melody, she got the credit card, so he started naming the express card and all these banks. I mean, these people was just living life like it was golden. You see what I'm saying? But inside living like the Walters.
Trying to keep up with the Joneses. Wow.
Robbing Peter to pay Paul, and this time Peter sat there and said, I ain't got it. These people was, they was living large. That's just to show you, these people, it's not about that life.
Deflect.
Yes.
So the slow meters, and they knew that they know that we don't do the dirty crap that they do. So they knew we wasn't gonna go dig into that like that. So it's her and Martell.
Yes. Go and like I say, this information is out there already, and we're gonna
public. It's public.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go to the Sun. Read the Sun, and you're gonna see. These people was racking up some debt all the way from 2017.
Oh, it's an article in the Sun newspaper.
Yes, all the way from 2017, and we now going into 2025. So just imagine the interest that have accumulated when it comes to the IRS. You never get finished paying. And the thing about it, Butterfly and Davida, they are some young people. What in the heck these people was doing to rack up a debt almost $10 million? Make it make sense.
Well,
Yeah, that's
that's like they
crazy.
said about Stormy act like she never had money. Well, I hate to tell you, Miss Buddy acts like she never had money before and try to live above her means. You should have got you a house to
Wow.
pay for that was maybe 200,000. You should have, when those big checks from OWN was coming to you, you should have got you a regular size home for your children,
Big
not some
eyed,
house on a
greedy,
hill that you're paying high, probably thousands a month in rent.
greedy, 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 greedy. And it was not
Wow.
a, that's just to show you how people like to flex. I would never try to live above my means just to please
Not
strangers,
$10 million
outsiders.
above my means.
Thank you. And then
Yeah,
they're
shoot. That,
young.
I always thought. Listen, and I know people be like, "Girl," but I don't care. I keep it a buck. I do got champagne taste on a bare budget. If I can't buy it with the bare budget, it ain't meant for me to have. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-mm-mm.
you know, different strokes for different folks.
Absolutely, absolutely. But that is
Yeah, I got a
ridiculous.
lot of name brand stuff, but the key is I found it on a bare budget. Okay.
Absolutely. And then, like I say, they got to do them tax returns before if they in business, they should be working on it right now. So just imagine what they owe right now and the money that they made. Just say right now on TikTok, and all this is public information, guys. You go and Google it yourself. Like I say, Google has a huge search engine. It's nothing that we are making up, even though we will say allegedly, okay? But just say right now that she made a couple of million on TikTok and she owed this big old huge debt. All the money is going directly to Uncle Sam.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That is another reason why our feelings are hurt because that TikTok was a flop.
Miss
Mm-hmm.
Marcella said the rent is $4,800 a month. Now you know good and well that's ridiculous. And then she got a G wagon. I want to know, like I
Especially for
say,
down south.
yes, a G
Especially for
wagon,
down
and
south. Why
yeah,
would you
and
pay
paying
that?
$4,800 for something that is not hers. Oh my
Ain't no
God!
doggone way in
You
the
better put
world
No
that
my
on.
black
doggone
behind
way.
will
Right.
ever do something so dumb like that. Girl, go to Section 8 and try to get you something,
Can
girl.
you say that again, Davina? Go to where?
Get your high horse ass and go to Section 8. You could get one real
And the
quick
thing
with
about it,
4 children, baby.
and the thing about it is you can buy into their home for first home buyers program. It's not like, see, people
Exact.
like to make fun of people on Section 8 and all that. You know, my girlfriend, God rest her soul, she's no longer with us, but that's how she bought her home that she lived in before she passed away. There's a
Facts.
home buyers program. Everybody want to make fun of people on Section 8. They think it's that old school Section 8. No, they got a whole bunch of new programs now. And if they're going to give it to you and it can help you buy a home. See, where she's at down south, I definitely would have went and hooked that up so I could, man, listen.
But you see, her pride is not going to let her do that because she wanted to come on as if she was about that life. That's why I tell everybody, stop idolizing these people that comes on these reality shows because half of them is not about that life. They faking it until they make it. I want to know how in the hell you can have a $10 million judgment over your head from the IRS, and we're going to say allegedly, and living on top of the hill, renting a home for $48K that does not belong to you, and driving a G-Wagon. I want to know who was the person that co-signed, risk their credit for that. Because I promise you, I don't think that she was able to have that type of
She
credit
definitely
because
needed a
once you are,
co-sign.
yes,
You
once you are
absolutely right
bankruptcy,
because
yes, once you
if she got a
bankruptcy, your
judge,
credit is shot.
when you got a judgment on your credit report, it takes a long time for that to fall
Yes.
off. You're going to have to go to a credit repair and pay a lot of money.
But the thing about it is that if she still owes the IRS a $10,000 judgment, plus they filed Chapter 7, her credit is shot.
So yes, that's why that house I heard wanted her name allegedly, and probably that G-Wagon is somebody else's name because with that stuff on your credit, she would have had to pay just as much as that rent on a down payment for a G-Wagon if your credit ain't upright.
Wow. Wow. That's
So
why I said they
she
say
she
keep your eyes
living
on
like
these
the
people.
Joneses, and she ignorant with finances.
And I thought she was a smart one. Everybody sit there and say, oh, Martell dumb, but Martell left her to handle the finances while he was out there building and tearing down, right? So quite obvious what the heck this girl was doing. Because Martell sat there and say his business was a multi-million-dollar business. So how the heck they can be in that much debt? 50 creditors, allegedly. And like I say, all
And
this
they
right
got
here is
their,
for entertainment purpose only.
and they got the nerve to talk about Stormy and those creditors. It's totally two different females. Stormy is more smarter with her money than Miss Buddy. I don't care
That's
what
it.
nobody says. She's more smarter than that.
But see, Stormy wasn't in debt or whatever happened to Stormy because she was reckless, living like the Joneses and inside living like the Walters. Stormy, she was going through because of some stuff that was happening in her business. But these people, most
Right.
likely,
Because
is
people
because
were
they was,
stealing from
yeah,
her
yes,
and
yes.
defrauding
Well,
her.
that's a difference.
Right.
That's the difference.
That's a whole different ballgame.
Thank you.
Let me tell you something. Everything that Miss Buddy's doing is not legit, kind of, because if she was
Allegedly.
that so-called 7th Avenue, allegedly it was told it ain't even federally trademarked.
Wow. I didn't see that information right there. So, but we're going to talk about the stuff that we
And I
know.
don't think she can trademark it because there's a whole spa that's called 7th Avenue. And that ain't alleged.
But this is a lot, guys. This is a lot. That's just to show you, and the thing about it, thank God we don't go and get these people personal business. All this stuff is dropped in our lap. You understand? And then yesterday, they talked about when it came to Nubian Network. Everybody was saying that was her streaming network. Now I'm finding out that wasn't her. She was just a co-owner of that.
Yep. What makes she think she could do that? When I'm gonna throw this out. I watched an old thing with Earn Your Leisure before Diddy got locked up or whatever. And he said that he just didn't want, he wanted to have something that Black people could be a part of and things like that. And she got to realize this because you was on own network and all this. You just thought you could just do this and do that. And it's more to it than that, baby girl. You got to take one step at a time.
Yes, I like what
and that ain't even
Dr.
Oprah's
Lovely
network
said.
no more.
Well, no, it's not her. No, she said that sign that over. I hate when people do that. Our people own something, then they give it back to the power that be. But I like what Dr. Lovely says. Let me go ahead and read what Dr. Lovely said because I was thinking about it the same thing. Especially when it came to the credit, how she was using Destiny credit. And she said very reason why Destiny had to rent those cars for Melody because of her bankruptcy and her creditor, Lady D Butterfly and Davita James. Absolutely. And you want to go ahead and get mad with the hands that feed. You want to call Destiny out as Destiny needed you for money, when she was going through because of her divorce. But what about you couldn't even rent a daggone ice cream? You see what I'm saying? Destiny had to rent cars for her. Make it make sense.
Exactly. And that's why I pointed that out when she called herself hopping down there on that TikTok trying to drag Destiny. Destiny never said she gave her money. Destiny said, I had to help you. And the reason why Destiny had to help her is because of credit. That girl gonna sit up on that TikTok and lie, talking about, oh, I guess they wouldn't let me rent because I rented too many times. People rent cars for whole years at a time, 6 months at a time. So, girl, whose top you playing on other than them dumb slow meters who obviously must have never rented a car before?
Girl, I know she didn't say that she rented so many times that people would be glad to keep renting cars if you keep renting it over and over because you put money in their pocket, okay? Only person that's riding a slow whatever train you ride and trauma bonding train gonna believe something like that. Make it make sense. You were sitting there needed Destiny because you couldn't even have the credit to rent those cars, okay?
I never forget when that car broke down and Destiny would ride her around. No one talks about that allegedly.
Yeah. They need to stop.
That part right there. Her car broke down. Destiny had to pay for the tow and everything. Now, Destiny had to pay for the tow for her.
Oh, they forgot that, huh?
Yeah, conveniently.
People forget stuff like that.
She was a real friend to her. Stormy tried to be a friend to her, tried to teach her about the business. She copied Stormy, had those girls go after Stormy. She doesn't know how to be a friend to nobody. Martell was right.
But like I said, these people is faking it till they make it, and nobody gloating because we don't gloat over nobody's downfall. But like I said, you don't sit there and try to fight evil with evil. These people sat there, they made Arionne and Martell life a living hell. Yes, they was wrong for what they did, but they not the first and they not the last. You guys didn't give up. They didn't give up at all. They sat there and dox, harass, and follow these people to the hospital, to events, and made these people life a living hell. And like I said, what goes around come around. This is the year of harvest, and they reaping what they sown.
Mm-hmm. Because
I'm gonna put it like this. I'm gonna put it like this. What makes it even? This is what when you really think about things, when you start to really get in your head, right? She's married because she cheated too. I don't care. She admitted it. I don't care. She moved down, got her own apartment. They were still married. She went back to that man and had a fourth child. So she cheated too. The problem was the men that she cheated with didn't want her. They didn't want her past what she was giving them. Okay. See, Martell was able to find somebody that stuck around. And that's what they really meant. Because the goalpost, first it was, oh, look, he left his wife left him and he still don't want to be with you. We are 10 years down the road and Martell is still with Arionne.
Absolutely. And I like what you said. You said the same thing. They wants to call her a side chick, which she's not a side chick. She's a sister wife, but he's still with the same woman. Didn't you say that this morning?
I sure did. She was never a mistress. See, mistresses are unknown. She was always a sister wife. Martell said any other time when he want to say what he want to say about the Scots, they believe him. Martell said that was his other woman. And yes, he does love her.
And he also said on Tasha K, he said, hell with that. She ain't no side chick. That's my woman. Didn't he say that on Tasha K?
Yes, he sure did.
Exactly. He said no, she was not a side chick. She was the other woman. They all three of them had matching cars. That looked like a sister wife situation to me.
And Melody knew, because what woman that going to drive to the mistress house 2 hours and hours and sit on her couch? What woman that going to do something like that? Didn't Melody do that? Went to Arionne's house?
In the middle of the night.
She went to a friend's house and sat on the couch, but the 2 hour long was the conversation that they sat in the car and had.
I thought that was Arionne's mother's house she went to.
No, she was at a friend's mother's house, I believe. She was at a friend's mother's house.
Arionne was there.
Right. But they did have a 2 hour conversation in the car. Yes, they sat in the car for 2 hours. Reminiscing over their shared lover.
Like a color purple. I had him this way. Oh, you had him that way. You remember that scene on Color Purple? Arguing who had it which way. But like I said,
look, I have no doubt they were sitting in that car laughing and comparing the stuff that irritates that man about both of them and laughing and the kikiing it up.
They probably, and like I say, all this right here is for entertainment purpose only. They probably sit there and did a little more than that in that car for 2 hours. Come on now. Like Monique said there and said, baby, look, I want me another woman. Okay. So something had to happen in that house for almost half of your marriage with the same woman. Come on, guys. Good well. Y'all might as well come out and tell the truth. My God.
Martell been telling the truth. She the one who need to come out and tell the truth and reband and go ahead and keep it moving. She need to tell her cult the truth and move on.
Absolutely. I think you can't tell me that these people wasn't sharing the same people. These people was a family affair in that house. You can't tell me. That girl, how long she been in that? They was married like maybe 14 years. And out of 14 years, he was with Arionne. Come on. You kind of, and small as Huntsville, you can't tell me that. These people know exactly what they was doing.
Exactly. I think it was her high entitlement behavior that pushed him out. Not every man is into that.
Into what?
No, but see, that's the thing. I think Martell was into that because from day one she came on to the screen as I'm this empowered, independent woman, being a whole married woman, making fun of how Letitia allows her husband to run, be head of the household with their family. See, she was looking down on Tisha about that from day one. She felt like Letitia was stupid for allowing Marceau to be the man in the household. She always
Mm-hmm.
ran Martell. And see, Martell allowed her to do that. Martell didn't have
Absolutely.
a problem with her being putting on that independent woman facade when she a whole married woman.
Mm-hmm.
Martell supported that girl in everything she ever wanted to do. And when it came
Absolutely.
time for the little thing, Martell was asking for little things.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
That's why.
can I have some dinner when I come home? Can I get
Thank
some, you know
you.
what I'm saying? Can I get some
Thank you.
loving? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
This girl wasn't giving him no loving, but taking off to hotels. See, people want to
Absolutely.
not pay attention to what the things that Martell said out his mouth. He said it. He said when they was down there to the Hunts, Houston. He said she was going to the hotels and then coming home. And then when I was trying to, rub up on and get some loving, she would turn me down.
Thank
Martell
you.
said it for second season. They didn't have no intimate course for almost a year.
Now, what man that you know gonna sit there and hold out for a whole year? Make it make
Exactly.
And
sense.
he
What man
rubbing
you
your
know?
feet, bringing you flowers,
Thank
cooking dinner
you.
after a long day's work, coming home, handling the kids, doing their homework, getting them ready for school in the morning, doing their hair. Martell, you heard
Thank
Miss
you.
Marlene. That girl
Yes,
was
I
running
heard her.
that man ragged. And
Yes,
Martell loved her enough that he didn't have a problem with it.
absolutely.
And the
What
mom
The
Marlene
whole
said.
lady.
point is she didn't realize what she had. And then when the door was finally closing, that's when she wanted to start to act right.
But it's
Absolutely.
too late.
It's too
It's
late.
too late. It's
Because
too
what
late
was
for
trash
that.
to her, what was trash to her was treasure to somebody else. And Arionne was waiting around the corner and she scooped them up because she didn't want it. She was so busy trying to be famous.
Exactly. And I'm telling you, that's exactly facts. Facts on facts, period. Exactly.
And be this
And then
independent woman that she wasn't. See, that's what I'm saying. She could never get her role correct. You wasn't an
Absolutely.
independent woman. You was a married woman.
and
Absolutely.
you had it easy, girl. You had it easy. It's hard now, girl. It's hard
Absolutely.
now.
Because this man
It's
was from
hard.
the old school. Martell was like from the old school. One man that you know gonna go and bring you flowers and have your mom. I'm from the south, so I'm gonna say your mom sitting on the couch. Y'all both sitting there looking for him to bring food. Two women in the house. What man that you know gonna do that?
At home
Exactly.
all day long, ain't
Home
doing
all
nothing.
day
These
long.
these men out now is trying to get in where they fit in, like that whole thing with Jennifer Williams. They can't bring nothing to the table and do frog things like Mr. Moses over there. You see what I'm saying?
Look what Gail
These
say. Every time she posts food, it always ordered in fall pans. Who'd have said that want a
exactly,
woman?
Bill.
Right.
Thank you.
Every time she posts food. So that's why I'm a tend to believe Miss Marlene and Martell and the people of Huntsville that said that girl don't never cook.
What I'm hearing allegedly that the makeup chick is the one tending and doing all the house needs for the children. That tells me
Mm-mm.
right there that Miss Buddy don't have interest in her children because we don't where I'm at, we don't believe in that. If we lay down and did that with you and I'm carrying it for 9 months, it's my due diligence, my responsibility by God's grace and mercy to take care of my children, nobody else.
Absolutely. Look what Dr. Lovett said. Mel's mother was there living with them and did nothing to dress or cook dinner. She waited for Martell to come home. And they used it, Martell, just like Miss Marlene said. They was trying to kill her baby. Didn't Miss Marlene say that?
Yeah.
Yes, she
They
did
used
because
this
he was
man.
doing everything. He carried that
Yes.
family. People tend to
It's
they want to call him the dummy and call him that and he didn't have no business. First of all, Martell had a whole business before Miss Buddy got off the couch and decided to intertwine into the business.
Absolutely.
Let's be clear.
exactly.
Absolutely.
He had a
Let me tell you
landscaping
something.
business
That's
that he
right.
started. Now we know
And
God darn well Miss Buddy was not out there mowing nobody's lawns.
Thank
Cut it
you.
out.
Thank you.
exactly. And I believe he's doing it now. And I'm kudos to him if he is doing it. I love it when black men They try to throw books at good black men, and it pisses me off because they don't want to give them anything. But I can say one thing about certain black men, especially from the South, black men, no matter what, so what rocks and things they try to throw at them, they always gonna find a way and have some type of skill to make that money. So
Absolutely.
I'm saying kudos to Martell and other black men who had it hard and be getting done out here wrong. They still out here trying to make money the right way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. She, like I say, you always think that the grass is green on the other side. I don't know who sat there and made her head so big. I think it because she was the only child, it's childhood syndrome, I'm gonna say allegedly. But now she's facing the real world. Now she's facing all those demons, all those seeds that she sat there and sown. So it's harvest time. So she might as well go ahead and just get off of her knees or wherever she's at and just repent and do better next time.
And do better and let go of these women following
Yes.
her that's destroyed her friendships with everybody.
But I think reality show was the last place for this woman to be on, knowing that toxic as their relationship was.
Mhm. Now I do remember when the divorce first happened. Martell was telling the truth, and this was before they came out attacking him. I remember this very clear, where he would say that he would do everything in that marriage, and she didn't cook and things like that. Y'all never forget when they were sitting on the back of the Fletcher's house, and he was
We will
telling his
never
real
forget
hard
that.
truth.
We will never
And she
forget that.
Did she throw that thing at him?
My
That's a sign. That's a sign of guilt.
yes,
That's a sign of guilt.
yes. But she always
Uh-huh.
overtalked him. Every time when he would come out and tell his side, she always overtalked him. She was the aggressive one. She was the one was violence. And thing about it, it's all caught on tape.
Yeah, absolutely. And see, these, like I said, she's gonna be single for a good while because she got 4 children she got to take care of.
Mm-hmm. And it's not the thing about the kids because a man especially they don't care if they love you. It's just that they're not going to let you emasculate them. And we already know
Exactly.
that's exactly what she likes to do. When she meet a man, they don't want that type of energy.
And see, yeah, Marceau, I like the way Marceau and Tisha marriage is and how he's the
Mm-hmm.
head of the household. That's the way it's supposed to be.
Absolutely, that's order. And people think, oh, you weak or you will. No, you're not. This man is taking care of you. And just like Rika said, this is what Rika said. I remember when she came home from an audition, walked in and asked where was the dinner. Now you know good and well that's wrong. While he was burping the newborn, he burping the newborn, and this thing asking, where is dinner? Girl,
Right.
this is harvest time for you. You
Oh,
are
yeah.
facing all the stuff that you are sown. So you might as well just go ahead and embrace it.
uh,
The chickens has come home to roost.
yep, it sure has.
Because see, most people
It's,
when they go on fast because they want to hear from God, but God will send his messenger. And
mhm.
God's sending me right now to tell her, girl, you better sit there and you instead of you worrying about being famous, you better sit there and repent.
Mhm.
Because you or at least take some type of accountability. This girl never took no accountability. I mean, at least something. If we could see Melody say, okay, I did this, we will feel better. Even Marcia said that. Didn't Marcia say, Melody, you never take no accountability of nothing you do?
That is some real hard truth. She never did. That's why I had to quit being part of that and feeling sorry for her because I said no. I'm not feeling sorry for her. I say she pushed and caused what it caused in that situation.
Mm-mm-mm. And look what Dark Love said. When she invited Martell on vacation, she ordered pizza. The man don't want no daggone fast food all the time. The man
And he
wants a homemade food. He wants something that you done cook,
and remember when he spoke with Tasha K, he said Arionne make sure he eats healthy, a lot of vegetables and fruit.
Absolutely. He said Arionne is a good cook. He said
See?
Arionne take care. Arionne did everything what he most likely wish she would have done, but she didn't want to do it. She dropped the ball because she thought that the whole world was centered around her.
Hmm. But see, what she realized, what she won't do, baby, he's gonna get it somewhere else, and
Absolutely.
that's what happened. She
Absolutely.
was, if she was this Don Dada, that would never happen now, would it? And it did. So take the heart pill and swallow it and move on.
Absolutely. But the thing about it, she was so jealous. She was so jealous because she wanted Tisha and Marcel to go through the same thing that she and Martell went through. And that's why I hope Martell, when they come back on, I think it's going to be next week. I hope that he don't fall in that same old trap that Melody was in. I just hope that he don't go and try to tear down Tisha and Marcel's marriage, which I don't think it'll never happen, but I just hope that, he don't bring out no stuff for these millimeters to run with. You think he might do that?
He
Yeah, I
already
think.
did.
Oh, he did it
Mhm.
already?
He already did. He already did it. That you didn't see that preview they got for the. They
No,
looked
I
like
didn't
they
I
was
didn't
having
watch
like
it.
a little soft.
No, I didn't
It
watch
looked
it.
like they was having a little softball game,
Hmm.
and Martell and Marceau got into it, and this time he trying to accuse Letitia of being the cheater.
But you think they didn't edit
He
it like
already did
that
it.
because how the super tease it'll edit like it's they done said something and all the while when it plays out it's not like we saw the super tease. You think they just edit it like that?
Eh, No, I think
Mm,
Martell really did that. But now
I hope not.
if they re-edit it, because let's not forget they re-edit stuff. They even the final edits, you think it's final, then they'll what I'm saying they'll
Hmm.
get they'll check the vibe check off of the viewers, and they'll go back in and re-edit. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
I don't know because I don't think
I
we're
know how
gonna
to
get to
edit.
see the
I could
truth.
edit to make people say something and they didn't really say it. You know how I be editing it. So you don't think it was like that?
Right.
Huh,
No, I
Butterfly?
don't think it was like that. I think Martell really said that because he was
I hope
really
not.
offended about Marceau with the interview that Marceau had did with Dustin, and I guess what he when the news people called him and what he said. So Martell was really offended. So I don't think that was edited into his mouth. I think he really said that.
I hope not. I just hope not.
He know the cult was gonna run with it. He knew the cult was gonna run with it.
So they running with it.
Oh yeah, they
But
been ran with it. You
Mhm.
didn't hear them talking about. They
No,
been
I
running.
don't
They
be
can't
watching
wait.
it. I'm telling you, I don't be watching them.
Girl, they cannot wait. They cannot wait till that part of the season comes up. They can't
Hmm.
wait. No, I don't watch. I read the comments. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? When
Yeah.
on Instagram, when on or that Love and Marriage Huntsville page
Hmm.
post the clip, I read the comments.
Wow.
Yeah.
mhm. And but I never forget back in the early like 2021 year, they was going at the Scots very hard.
Cause
Those
they
content
jealous.
creators,
Mm.
and I realized they jealous. Miss Thing is jealous because Tisha is a kept woman and she's not.
But see, Tisha knew how to be a cat woman.
Hmm.
Tisha know how to take
Exactly.
care of home.
Exactly. And
She,
that and now
there's levels to these things. She was a cat woman too. She just took advantage of it
Hmm.
and didn't realize what she had. Whereas Letitia is handling her business.
Hmm. I think once she got on that reality show, that's what her fans blew her head. Because I don't think that behind closed doors. You think she was acting like that towards Martell? I don't think Martell would have even let her get away with half of the stuff she get away with now.
No, I think she always demasculated him, even
Hmm.
inside the marriage,
Wow.
because Martell accepted a lot. So I think that was always their dynamic. But that's why I somewhat blame Martell too for how she treated him because he allowed him.
Absolutely.
My grandmother always taught me people only treat you how you allow them to.
That's how I look at it too.
So
But
that
that's what
was
I'm saying.
partial of Martell's fault too, for allowing her to get away with all the mess that he allowed her to get away with.
So you don't think he just did that because he didn't want to lose her, but still of all, look how
No,
it
I think
backfired.
Martell did that because he really loved her. I do
Uh-huh.
believe that they really was in love. I'm not going to take that away from them.
Hmm.
But, love don't pay the bills. and love is many things to many different people. They just didn't speak the same love language. They got married real young before they figured out their real love language. Martell knows his real love language is, if I'm gonna come out here, if I'm gonna step out here and be a man, I'm gonna need you to be the woman in the household that you need to be. He realized that that's his real love language. Her love language is, I want to run everything, including you. I want to be the head of the household. That's her love language. They figured out they didn't have the same love language. It just so happened, it just went down in a very horrible way because they really did love each other.
Well,
But
she gonna be single many a days.
love don't
I
love
don't think nobody.
nobody. That's
Thank
another
you.
lesson I learned in life. Love don't love nobody. You understand?
Well, she gonna be single many of the days if that's her mindset. I could tell you that because you ain't gonna find a good man like that no more. I promise you, not no one that's gonna come home and do all that and then
That's why I
literally
personally think
emasculate them.
that's why I Yeah, that's why I personally think she do have a thing for Marcel. And when I got that tea to explain why a certain situation happened the way it did, I don't know if you remember after because I think this was still the same season where they was still her and Tisha was still going at it, and Letitia ended up bringing the kids to the birthday party. Come to find out, she wanted Marceau to bring the kids and Letitia not to come because this is right after she kicked Letitia out had Letitia escorted out her event. Now, at the end of the day, and this is why, and this is what frustrates me with Carlos King, is because she been wanting to have scenes with just her and Marceau. Because she know the cult is running with the narrative that Marceau wants her.
Wait. Wait a minute. You saying that Melody wanted to have a scene with Marceau?
She been wanting to,
Wow.
yeah, she been wanting to just be her and Marceau because apparently that birthday party where her and Letitia went to, that's the same birthday party Martell went up to apologizing to MJ and all of that. That same birthday party, she wanted Marceau to come by himself and Letitia not to come. But somebody else put their foot down and said, don't you dare let your husband go to that birthday party without you in attendance. That's why we end up seeing Letitia at the birthday party. But if Miss Buddy had it her way, it would have been Marceau bringing the kids. At the end of the day, me and mines are one. If I ain't going, he ain't going.
That's it. And that's why
But she always wanted to create that narrative that Marceau wanted her.
ain't that something?
That's why to this day they run with that narrative. And that's why I'm so pissed because she ended up getting her way. Because that's why every season we got to have a scene with just her and Marceau.
But do you remember this about year 2022? There were certain bloggers where these news articles was mentioning the both of them, and on the thumbnails of some of these YouTubers, there would be a picture of Marceau and Melody on it. I believe she was feeding the bloggers to fill this narrative about 2 years ago. Do you remember that?
Wow. Just baiting them. All she was doing is just baiting. But Carlos King was trying to do that too. You remember when Carlos King was talking to Dr. Heavenway and said that it's not his word verbatim that Melody and Marceau, they make a good couple. Oh, when he said that, it was like a punch in my gut. I say, this man is married. Why would Carlos King even say something like that? You remember that when he said that?
Yeah, and that's why I said, and I finally figured it out, like I said, when that tidbit of tea, behind the scenes tea got dropped on me. Because I'm like, Marceau do not want that woman. What I really do think is she want Marceau because Marceau is a challenge. She's the type of woman that needs a husband like Marceau. Marceau ain't gonna let that woman run all over her. Marceau's the type of man, even if he ain't running the household, but you still ain't gonna run all over me. Even if I do if we equal, you're not gonna run all over me.
Yeah, but I was kind of upset with him, when it came to
I
Marceau.
was too. I'm pissed that he went to that stupid thing that she had, that last event that she just had while Letitia was down Vegas celebrating Miss Wanda's birthday. And you see how the women was all over him, and that's what I kept saying. That's why she was so mad that they didn't come to the podcast.
Yeah, and she
was pissed because she know her cult. All her cult want to do is suck up and love up all over them. You see how that woman was hanging all over Marceau?
No,
these are the same women that's trying to destroy your marriage, tear your marriage down. But when they see you, they all over you.
Butterfly,
Here's a picture of this woman, one of her speakers. I guess they're gonna show it. I don't know if it's gonna get
Oh,
shown.
that's gonna be
Hopefully they
this scene.
edited it out like they
This gonna
edited
be
it
this
out.
episode coming up, right?
No,
On
no,
November
because I'm
2nd.
not sure. No, because we still on the girls trip. Because that event happened. What? When that event happened, y'all? Like last month sometime?
Mm-hmm.
But apparently it was filmed for the show.
Wow, I didn't see that one.
Another
You
one
talking
of her
about that?
stupid Mimosa events.
Oh, Marcel was there? I didn't know he was there.
Yeah, he was there.
And
Yeah. And there's a
another one
picture
was
of
leaning
this
on his
one of her
shoulder.
speakers.
Uh-huh.
There's a picture of one of the speakers from that very event all up under Marcel, all up under his arm. If because he's taller than the woman. So, he being friendly, put his arm around the woman. That woman hugged up on him, girl, like that was her man. And the woman is looking at him dreamy-eyed. If pictures, sometimes pictures speak 1,000 words. The way that woman was all up in Marcel and the way she looked at him when the picture was taken, that woman was looking at him dreamy-eyed. Them women always wanted Marcel. That's why they can't stand him, because Marcel is the type that they can't run over. And
Yes.
that's a challenge for them.
Y'all remember this one? Deborah said, remember the scene she had with Martell telling him next time he have a meeting with Kimmy, let me know so I am there. You remember when she said that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Exactly. And that's
Wow.
what I always say. Had the shoe been on the other foot and Letitia been trying to meet with Martell without her, she wouldn't have
Yeah.
had it.
Yes.
She
But
would
I
not
do,
have had it. But
I
she
do.
wanted that narrative that Marceau wanted her out there. She wanted that narrative out there. Because I do honestly, in my opinion, believe that she has a crush on Marceau.
Yeah,
But what I
do.
think, this what I think. I think she just doing that. She want him to hit on her so she can make it something bigger than what it is. So she can go and run and say, "Oh, you remember when you said this to me?" I think she was just baiting him. I really think she was just doing that.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna
She
say this.
was baiting him because
Yeah,
she really likes him.
she
So
wanted
it's a
him
little
to.
bit of both. Yeah, I believe
Mhm.
I agree with you. She was baiting him because she really likes him. She does want that narrative out there.
Yes.
I do think
Mm-mm.
she's gonna have one of them to try to create one of plays to try to get Tisha to divorce myself so she could get myself for herself. I still feel those millimeters will try to do something for her to try to set up something to make it look
Yeah.
like it's
But
something.
Marcia ain't gonna fall for that. Marcia know what he got at home.
I know
She
that,
want to
right?
do that. She want to do that. That's
Right?
sad. That's sad, huh?
But there's something else. But she keeps running her mouth saying they got receipts that Chris Fletcher's been chit chatting with females on TikTok DMs, right?
Mm-mm.
But you still haven't shown no receipts about that. Now that's another narrative that they're gonna try to put out soon. But I'm not falling for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
Melissa says baiting him to rub it in Tisha face. Yep, that's what I think. She just looking for something so she can say, "No, I'm not lying," and then she probably would record it. Next time when he hit on, okay, look, all right, I'm gonna come. We gonna meet somewhere, and the minute when they both meet together, she gonna have him on tape recorded so she can play it on that show to let everybody know that Marcel was cheating on her. That ain't nothing but a cheap trick. My God. Look what Google said. Google said butterflies are so correct. Callers and the cult want to put forth the illusion that Marcel wants Melody. Melody is slick. That's what I'm saying. This is another attempt to break up Tisha and Marcel marriage. Melody is evil. So why do you think that Melody tries so hard to make Tisha's life so miserable?
Because she's miserable.
Thank you.
Hurt people hurt others.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been caught that.
I believe that she is truly. I don't know why my sound is messing up. Is that me?
I hear you.
I can hear you too.
Okay. I truly believe that she has always been jealous of Letitia. Letitia is a pretty,
Absolutely.
beautiful chocolate woman with beautiful hair. You understand me? I
Yep.
think that she looks at Letitia as if, oh, I'm supposed to have what she has because I'm light skinned. I told you that cult is colorist.
Mm-hmm.
So
Girl,
if you
yes,
think
they
in the
is.
mind frame of a colorist, this is how she looks at Letitia, and that's why she's so jealous and envious of her. Because they're very colorist. They try to spin it, oh, Letitia's mad because Melanie's light skinned.
But you know what? I went through that before.
What?
If I went through that in my
What?
marriage. The girl, she was light skinned, she was young, and she thought that my ex could treat her better, but karma spinning the block because he ended up leaving her with 3 children. But her light skinness didn't keep him. Hmm. He went somewhere else.
Wow.
I laugh about it now because I'm
No,
the
I'm not saying
victim.
that. Right. And I'm not saying that like I said, if you think of a mindset of a colorist,
Your
because
mic,
when I,
your mic breaking up.
oh,
Your mic breaking up.
that's I'm like, is it
Butterfly.
mine? That's
Go
me.
ahead. Mute your mic, Vita. Davita, mute your mic, and I'm gonna mute mine. Go ahead and say something, Butterfly.
That's what I'm saying. If you think in the mindset of how they think, because they're colorists, okay, they're very much so colorists. And I figured this out when I got into it with one of them on Twitter. Because they literally said that to me. Oh, Tisha's just jealous because Melanie's light skinned and she's black and ugly and da 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 da. I said, what? That I was flabbergasted. So that had me thinking, because I'm like, this girl, Melanie, is really jealous of Letitia, in my opinion. Very jealous of Letitia. And like I said, if you think in the mindset of a colorist, I'm not a colorist. First of all, my family comes in many different shades. In fact, half my family's white, okay? I got Irish Cherokee in my family. I got little blonde, blue-eyed cousins running around. Fact. I'm not a colorist. But like I said, if you think in the mindset of a colorist, Letitia has everything that they think Melanie should have to be a light-skinned woman. We see that Melanie's bald-headed with no edges, right? Letitia got long, beautiful hair. Letitia's body is banging, okay? We know Melanie, allegedly, rumor has it, word on the curb, had to go get some work done. She's even allegedly, rumor has it, I don't know how true this is, she's even playing with her lips with them Botox, okay? So, like I said, there's things that I feel like Melanie felt she should have because she's light-skinned. And the fact that Tisha's dark-skinned and she has these European, societal, accepted features and things about her that makes her even more jealous and envious of Letitia. You get what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all follow me. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I agree with you a whole 100%, girl. Yeah.
Look, this
All
was
right.
key.
So I didn't know if y'all was following what I was saying.
We're just listening. Just listen. But look what Kiwa says. Good afternoon, dropping in. One of her heads, Cece's, feels like Tisha needs to go from the show and Marcel should stay. Why and in what world would my husband stay on the show? I go when the show. My God, they got to be really crazy to think something like that is going to happen.
Thank you, Kiwa. Thank you. My whole point. That woman has always wanted a thing with Marcel. And her cult, they're the real pick-me's. You notice how they deflect and call us pick-me's? They are the real pick-me's. Peep gang. Peep the overplay for the underplay, please.
Yep. Black is beautiful. Black is always beautiful. I don't.
Okay, Angela. Thank you, Angela. You picked up what I was putting down. Thank you, baby. Exactly.
And the same thing with Miss Boquisha too. She sure had a good one, and I believe she didn't know what to do, and she don't got no man helping her.
But this is how I look at it. Like I said there and said, when it comes to looks, like I said, we all was young and I know I thought I had it going on. But looks can get you so far. It might get you in the door, but it's not going to make you stay in that door. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly. I can say that for a lot of celebs.
Thank you. It'll get you in the door, but sooner or later you'll be dragged across the hallway and everything else. Like I said, people
Lady
always.
D, you better tell it. You better tell it, Lady D. You better tell it.
So they need to just go ahead and stop. But they jealous of Tisha, and I hope Tisha, I said, I do not ever wants to see Tisha allow her husband to film with Melody again. If Melody does not have a
Me
storyline, then
neither.
Melody need to go ahead and leave. And you know I was upset about that when I saw they
I
had
was
that brunch
too.
together. Oh, I was upset.
I was pissed. I was pissed too. Trust me, I was. I'm like, again, here we go again, and here she go having to bring up Letitia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because she was behind all that mess 3 years ago on YouTube when they were going at them and setting these rumors up and all this other stuff. She was behind all that. And it never worked. It keeps failing every time. She need to leave it alone. And she do need to get off the show because she doesn't have no storyline.
Denise, this is what Denise says. Denise Marshall, let me go ahead and pin what she said. She says, see, I blame Tisha for that because knowing how nasty, vicious, and thinking it's all about, her, I would have put, wow, that you read that for me, butterfly, butterfly.
Look,
David,
I'm coming. Hold up. Hold up,
read,
because I can't see it on the screen. I gotta see it here. Okay. See, I blame Tisha for that because knowing how nasty, vicious, and blank thinks it's all about her. I would have put that bitch right in her. Hey, don't play with me about wanting to talk to my husband. That part right there, Denise. That part right there, baby. That part right there.
I couldn't read that one, but you are absolutely right.
Right.
You,
Prosperity. She don't film with nobody else's husband. You ain't never seen her want to have it. And mind you, she was mad at Maurice. She didn't ask to film with Maurice during the season. She waited to the reunion to
and the
bring
only
up
reason,
how she felt that she was mad about that thing he did in the
thank you.
interview that him and Kimmy had.
And the only reason
You
why she
right
don't
about
film
that,
with nobody else
Prosperity.
husband because she know Kimmy is not going to play that. See, she's just trying to set Marcel up. That's all she's trying to do.
But she's never going to get in with those Scots. So she need to just let it go. Even the brother your mother was dating had moved on.
Just what Melissa want to know. She want to know who is filming with Melody because Shanita is not coming back due to her mental health rights. So who gonna film with her? And I just hope Tisha just go ahead and cut her loose because the way that she talks about Miss Wanda, nowhere in the world I can call that Melody. I can call her friend.
She was never a friend of Tisha. If
Never.
you up here telling content creators to put out these lies about him cheating and stuff, she never was a friend. I can take it back when they were sitting at that table and she made that smirk when Tisha told her about two of her family members passing away.
Yes, yes, yes.
She's no friend to nobody because she doesn't know how to be one.
Now all of a sudden they want to call that 24-hour fast. And the thing about it, like I said, they say, girl, you got to make it right. This girl have done some stuff. Take accountability before you go on your knees and asking for favors. What is that noise? I hear some noise.
That's me.
Oh, okay. What you
Sorry
doing today?
about that.
Cooking?
Yeah, my faucet has this little stupid noise that it do. Apologize about that. I
So
thought
what
I
do you
muted
think?
y'all.
What you think? Edna say she think in her opinion, Kenya, not Kenya, Kimmy is kind of jealous of Tisha too, in some type of way. I think that she always used to favor
Kimmy to me gives me
Melody. What you think?
Kimmy, I'm gonna say this real quick and go on mute. Wait a minute, Pa. Kimmy to me gives me that she thinks she's better than Letitia.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't say jealous, but she gives me that she thinks Tisha's beneath her. But I'm gonna go on mute. Go.
You got something to say about that, Davida?
Yeah, I think she kind of jealous because in Kimmy's marriage, I feel she wears the pants in that marriage. And she wants a man like Marcel, but Maurice ain't like Marcel. So there's some jealousy, and she does try to look down on Tisha, but Tisha and Marcel got way more business things going for them than anybody on that show. And I wish Carlos would show it out, but they got a lot of things going for them, and I'm happy for them.
Me too. Me too.
I
Want me to tell
really
you?
am.
I looked at that Kimmy side eye. You remember at the reunion when she said,
I'm
"Kimmy, if Tisha wasn't her sister-in-law, I don't think that we would ever been friends." You remember when she said that?
Yeah, I remember that. And I would have cut me being a Libra like Tisha. I would have said, "Well, B, I don't have to deal with you either. I'll be done with you, and you
no,
become
that
a
hurt
non-factor
Tisha
to
because
me."
she thought
Yeah,
that hurt Tisha. That hurt Tisha. That really hurt Tisha real bad. That's why she brought it up this season. Remember that scene her and Marceau was talking about, him doing the business with Kimmy and them to build up that mom and pop that they invested in. And remember Letitia was like, listen, we just got back to a good place and I really don't want to move backwards because when Kimmy said that, that hurted Letitia. Because you gotta think about it. Letitia is the type of person. Now she ain't gonna forget if you do something nasty to her, but she's able to move on. She's not a grudge holder. You know what I'm saying? But she will remember. And that's why I feel like with Kimmy, I feel like it's more so, not more so, I don't think it's jealousy, but more so that she's thinking she's better than Letitia.
I
Because
don't.
like I said, Kimmy also is not as submissive as Letitia. Now she was up there clowning Letitia's marriage right along with Mellow Mutt.
absolutely. Look, let me go ahead and honor this right here. Cookie 2171. Thank you very much. Gave me a super chat for 19.99. Says, I noticed how Mel is not calling her lawyers and courthouses to change the custody agreement. Why? Because she don't care. But if he even see a man sniffing around me, he gets on the phone with lawyers. That's the difference. Guys, y'all want to go ahead and take a crack at that?
Well, Martell is being a proactive dad. We're in a time now that just because a guy may be good, he also could have other ways around your children. If you have majority daughters, you're going to have a safety concern about that.
What about you? What you think? What your thoughts about that, Butterfly?
Um, the court order is they both report who they're dating. We need to stop acting like it's just a Martell thing. The original the custody settlement, they both have to report who they're dating. The issue is the uncomfortability that the child felt with sitting on a man's lap, learning how to drive on a highway that she had no business doing.
Mm-hmm. And
So it's not about him filing a petition because she has a man around her. And if
Mhm.
she is going to date the married, allegedly bodyguard, she needs to report it to the court, just as Martell has Arionne in the court paperwork as his significant other that the children will be around. And I'm talking in this remedial form because people tend to keep forgetting that part of the custody agreement.
Mhm.
They both have to report who they're dating to the courts.
Mhm.
It's not a Martell thing. And the child was uncomfortable. And he
Absolutely.
is not listed on that court paperwork as her significant other. So she messed up. Accountability, folks.
Absolutely. And
And she's not putting her
go ahead,
children,
DeVito. Mm-hmm.
she's not putting her kids before. If that is true about that security guard, it's not a good feeling when you're with your mom and the dad had moved on and you're putting men before your children. It's not a good feeling as a child. Sometimes children will have abandonment issues behind that. And she gives me that. She
Mm-hmm.
gives me that. People
Absolutely.
failing to they're failing to mention about how allegedly they was driving cars on the road and stuff. That's
That's what's
dangerous. They're
horrible.
not
That
that
was dangerous.
that's not that you're supposed to get a permit maybe between 16, 17, and they're not even at that age yet. Then there's other stuff about how she's not going to the doctor. That's something wrong there. What's wrong with you, girl? You're not taking your children to the doctor.
Mm-mm-mm.
That's
Because
what I'm
who got
saying. There's a
health
lot of
care
key.
insurance?
Right. First of all, that's my whole point too about Martell's petition. There's a lot of key things that he had complaints about. And what I guarantee you, let me give you the difference between his petition and her petition. It all surrounded about things that the children was uncomfortable with, and the fact that there are rules in their court order. He gets first refusal right. That wasn't being followed. Van is only supposed to have a certain amount of time. There's a reason behind that. We may not know the reason, but there's a reason behind that. Whether that's her grandmother or not, we're not going to act like just because somebody's a family member that we are no longer in danger territory.
Exactly.
Most people that's violated are violated by family members.
Mm-hmm.
So
Absolutely.
there's a reason why Van only gets the time that she gets. We don't know why. I'm not going to speculate on why, but there are reasons behind them things. And I forgot the last thing I was about to say, but go ahead until it come back.
You're absolutely right. And I would rather for Martell to allow the court to handle, the custody battle when it comes to the kids, than he go back on social media and hand it to these people that we already know going to take all his words and twist it. So anything that's concerning his kids, and I'm pretty sure that the children went back and told their dad exactly what was going on, and he had all the right. Look, because I know if he would have called Melody would have sat there and say Martell calling and threatened me. So he had all the right to go and take it to the court.
And see what I would when me
Thank
and
you.
my
Thank you. Hold on,
when me
Davida. I just remembered my last point. My last point was the difference in his petition and her petition. He ain't begging the courts for his children to be exposed to public platforms to make money off of. Let's be clear about that too. There's nothing in there that said that he wanted to make money off his kids. Whereas if we compare it to the petition that she filed 4 months ago, that's all up and through the petition.
Absolutely.
she wants to pimp her children for money.
And we're going to say allegedly, but that's exactly what I was
Allegedly.
going to say. Go ahead and say it, because I was going to say the same thing because of that $10 million IRS judgment. You see what I'm saying? Allegedly. Go ahead, Davida.
That's why I feel that the children should be with him, because he's about making sure they stay on top of their grades and school. Education is what's important, not trying to be famous. Don't we see what's going on with certain people right now? Is it really worth it to you, girl, to sell your soul and your children's allegedly? You don't have no mother. You don't have no mother instincts. You're like Kris Jenner.
Absolutely.
I've been peeped it, because I've seen this over 6 months ago where him and the kids, I have pictured this, that she may have to go serve time, but it's going to be more on a financial crime situation.
Absolutely. But like I said, it's time for these people to take accountability. You can't sit there and keep blaming Martell. Martell the cause to this, Martell the cause to that. Just like the judge said, he see that when it comes to the children, Martell has the kids' best interest. They wanted to question that. Quite obvious. The judge did their own investigations to know what was best for those kids, because I don't think that the judge would have made that type of ruling without sitting there finding facts behind all that. And people don't see that.
But see, I've been peeped that she's mentally unstable back in 2023. I peeped that when that whole mess went down between her and AL. It will be late nights. These YouTubers will be live trying to clown AL, and she will be in the chats. But why you not doing your mother's duty? And it seemed like when she was on TikTok going after everybody on the show, I see a lot of mental unstableness. And I'm hearing your children in the background. You're not going to check on them. And I'm hearing that allegedly the makeup artist is helping you with your children. Something is not adding up. Something's going on. And hopefully maybe the lawyers and them seen those videos when all that was going on. And I do think he's had best interest, because he's not on TikTok going at other cast members like she does. Something's wrong there.
Absolutely. But let me go ahead and say this right quick. When it comes to that $1 to $10 million judgment, I don't know how they put it all together, but you can go to the Suns and you can is an article called the Suns, and you can get all that information from there. Okay, that article is coming from the Suns, where it talked about these people was like old 50 creditors. Okay, all this information is out there and said, it estimated up to $1 to $10 million. Okay, so you guys can go ahead and find that information. This right here, like I
Yeah.
said, this is public information.
Right. And that's the other thing I want to point out. The fact that two of the kids are not doing good in school and you want to and it sounds like it wasn't just that TikTok event that she took them out of school or that they missed school for. They
Mhm.
missed school for other stuff because one time they missed school because they was with Van for a whole week. Make
Wow.
that make sense.
So why Miss Van didn't bring them to school? Allegedly,
I don't know.
why she
Good
allowed them to
question.
miss it?
Maybe that's why she only gets certain amount of time because apparently, allegedly, I don't know. This is what the court papers is looking like. They saying I don't know how true this is. I
Hmm.
ain't saying it to be fact, but it looks like she's irresponsible too.
So let me read this right quick, because see, I don't want nobody to sit there and say we running with some misinformation. This is according to the Suns. It says prior to dating the reality star, Martell had filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy on October 2020, months after his ex-wife Melody Holt filed for divorce. In the court document, hold on, oosh. In the court document obtained by the U.S. Sun, Martell indicated that he owed less than 50 creditors between 1 million to 10 million. The creditors he lists included, you see, ex Melody. So he included all that with ex Melody, talking about his wife, with Express, the American Express, Capital One, Lowe's, Home Depot, and the IRS. Okay. He noted at the time his estimate assets was 500K to 1 million. So all that right there, when it comes to the 1 million to the 10 million, he included Melody, that they both had accumulated that debt. So it's not just Melody, it was both of them. Okay. So I wanted to make sure I put that out. Okay. So you can go ahead on the Suns and you can get that information. Go ahead, Butterfly. Somebody, y'all can go ahead and take the mic.
I was about to say, I don't know what I was about to say. I'm sorry. You know I'm over here trying to cook.
We were talking about the paternity, the courts, and all that.
But like I said, $10 million, 10 million, whatever it is, that the Suns went ahead and reported. That's still a lot of money for to say that they still young. Okay. And also it talked about, so y'all can go ahead and chime in anytime you feel like it, but it also talked about all this was accumulated since like 2017.
Mm-hmm.
From the Internal Revenue Service alone, he owed outstanding amount over 76K in 2017, over 66K in 2018, and over 131K in 2029. Okay, so that's a lot of creditors, a lot of
But I
creditors.
think she got more. She got more debt than he got.
Yeah, but still, of all, if they was married, it still was his is hers, right?
Yeah, but I've seen some things down there in the in Madison County that she was behind some taxes there.
Wow. So right here it says Martell
Madison
and his,
County sued her. The state sued her.
oh, the
She had
state.
federal state taxes that she got sued for.
Wow.
Yeah. But what I was going to say is, and this is why when she tells that lie that she filed for bankruptcy only because she got divorced,
Mm-hmm.
that's not true. They
Yep.
both would. They both didn't have no goddamn money. Let's cut it out now.
Absolutely. But, and also, yeah, right here it says that she filed Chapter 7 bankruptcy on behalf of the company Holt and Holt Enterprise as a couple. Martell and Melody operated that own business titled the Holt Preservation, according to share advice about the property preservation industry. It could be a potential multi-billion-dollar business, so I guess they put all that in as well. 2021, the same month their divorce was finalized, and claiming they owed 50 creditors. Wow. Anywhere between 1 million to $10 million. So that's where that information came from. Go ahead, Butterfly.
And there you have it.
Thank you.
There you have it. So once again, she filed bankruptcy because what? She got a divorce, or did she file bankruptcy because her behind was bankrupt?
Because her behind was bankrupt
Thank
all the
you.
way from the floor up.
Thank you. Since 2017. But to say these people could accumulate that much debt, what the heck they was doing? But to say they was young couples and the business
They
was
was
doing so
living
good.
beyond. Well, I would want to say one of them was living beyond their means because
Yeah, that's
once
what I
again,
say too. I don't think
they
Martell
was
would do
trying
that.
to. Cause if you think about it, you said it started in 2017, right? Ain't that when the
Yeah.
show started?
Oh well, that's
So
when
she was
they was
trying to
behind with the
set her
IRS 2017. It was behind with
right, and
yes.
the reason why is because they was trying to set themselves up for filming, so they needed to have a facade to be able to put on.
Mm-hmm.
Because Martell doesn't give me, he doesn't give me what she gives when it kind of want to be a show off or
Me too. I
showboating.
don't see. I don't see him doing that.
Martell wants to just be comfortable, make sure his bills is paid and stuff.
Absolutely. That's what I say when I had reported that. And do you think, and I'm just saying a legend, we just talking, all this right here is for entertainment purpose only. So do you think that's why she wanted the kids on there? Because she know that, okay, we probably can get those ratings high and get these kids get businesses. So if they get businesses, money gonna come in and we can pay all that debt. And Martell said
Mm-hmm.
they say, hell no, because I
No,
know
it ain't
once.
about paying. No, I don't think about paying debt. Because
Mhm.
Terrence parents tend to think kids want to do what they want to do. Because my thing with because one of the excuses that she put in her petition about the kids not filming, oh, the kids be seeing me film and they feel bad. So as their mother, as the guiding light, you would explain to them, you don't film because it's for your safety.
But there still will be streams of income that's coming on that will pay these over these debt, streams of income would have paid those debts out. But
I
Martell
don't think
probably
it's
say,
about paying.
mm-hmm,
But like I said, I don't think it's about paying the debts off. I just think about it's just about having them as an extra stream of income. Period. Ain't about paying
mm-hmm,
them debts off. So ain't about that. It's just about being able to make money off of them.
mm-hmm. So you don't think that, the reason why Martell said no, because I know if the children would have came up with streams of income, their own business and money would have came through, Martell probably sit there and say, oh, Melody, you're greedy, you would have cut me out. So we're just not going to have the children at all. Let them, the money that we make, put it towards the trust fund or their college tuition and keep them off the TV, period.
And I agree
I
with
think that's
Martell
why
with that.
Martell. I think that's exactly why Martell did it because I think the money,
Absolutely.
if they would have split the money that the kids made,
You wouldn't have
Martell
taxpayer.
knowing her spending habit, he would have
Hmm.
made sure that them kids had CDs, trust funds, and everything else with the money. Where his half of the
Hmm.
money that he would have made off them kids. Because he
Absolutely.
knows how she is with money. So I believe it wasn't I want the money because you getting the money and all of that, like how people try to make it seem. I
Hmm.
believe it was really about the well-being of the children
For
and
Martell.
making sure that they had generational wealth. Yes,
Absolutely.
because he knows her spending habit. You get what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yes. Yes. And she
I
wouldn't have
mean, look
packed
at it.
fair.
She already showed us. She already act like new money. As soon as she thought she had a little bit of money, oh, look at my Louis. Oh, look at my brand name this. Look at my brand name that. You could tell she don't come from nothing because of the way she tried to show off having brand names. Like, come on
Absolutely.
now.
And that's a question right there. Gail said, what happened to the baby skin and hair care line? I guess, the reason why most likely they're not talking about it anymore because even if that child has a product line, I don't care, if Melody, is the one pushing it, it's still his child. So he gets a cut of that as well. So I guess they don't want to mess with that. You think so? When it comes to the child's hairline
Yeah.
business?
Also, maybe a chemist she may not want to create baby products because you have to be a little bit careful with certain ingredients when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
baby products. And that's why I side-eyed her 7th Avenue because when I was
Mm-hmm.
making my stuff, I knew what I was putting in it.
Well, this is what Kiwa says right here. So she just answered the question, and we're gonna say a legend, because like I say, this is our opinion. So don't get mad with the messenger. Kiwa says, well, remember she cut him out of the sugar mama deal. So that says it all right there.
She
And she
doesn't.
trashed him so he couldn't make money on the children's book deal. So Martell cut the whole thing off. No one will make money off the kids. That's exactly what I thought. Thank you
Right,
for
because she
confirming it.
tried to have Miss Ben. Yeah, because she tried
Yes.
to have a big bad gutter snipe mammy make money off the kids too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not forget, at the same time that Martell was doing his book, Big Bad Gutter Snipe Van had a book all of a sudden too.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Y'all
what
remember
hurted
that?
me? What hurted me when his book came out, they admitted on a live video about 2 years ago that they purposely was pushing it not to be sold.
That's
And I
wrong.
don't, and she's always been that way. She doesn't want Montel to flourish, but God has to say so. Who are
Mm-hmm.
you to dictate who has what?
Mm-hmm.
And I pray God blesses him to the point that he doesn't have to worry about things.
Mm-hmm. I think it's his season. All he have to do is just sit back and do exactly what they're doing right now and let God be God. Because as you can see right there, they ain't doing nothing but hanging themselves. But Rika also says that they can't set it up so that neither parents receiving the funding for the children work. That's how it should be. All the money that they make, none of the parents can touch it. It gonna go towards the children's trust fund. That's how it
Hmm.
should be.
Exactly. That's the way it should be. But I believe he'll go get.
I agree. I
I.
agree because there is a way it could be set up like that if they both had enough sense, since they want to make money off the kids so bad. But I also told you the reason why that they ain't paying attention to that Sugar Mama's brand is because the girl, she just wants money at any means, by any means necessary. I told y'all she's an ace of all spades and a master of none. There was no passion in that brand. There's no passion
Exactly.
in nothing that she brings forth because it's all about, like Marceau said, she does anything to see what will stick.
I don't
There's no
understand.
passion, and that
If
van was forgot about because she don't. There's no passion there.
Cause I'll be doggone, I'm gonna pay somebody to make product for me and they put my labels on it. Are you insane? And you're kicking out more money like that. How you gonna save anything if you got somebody else making it? And then how you gonna make your profit? Are you gonna break even? There's no passion in that either. If that property preservation made you and Montel so successful, living high on the hog, well, what is wrong with you doing it now? Because I've seen a few videos recently. A lot of people are getting contracts with the banks because a lot of banks bought a lot of these houses on foreclosure and stuff. Why you not out there with your boys doing a property reservation? If you made all this back then, it's still needed now.
But that's her fault, Kiwi. Kiwi says that, however, she can't use the baby to advertise it to make the money because Martell want the kids off of social media, but that's Melody's fault. And the reason why it's Melody's fault because the way that she was using these kids on this reality show, how she had producers saying who is the better parents, Martell the better or Melody the better parents, using those kids. And just like someone had said earlier, the show was too toxic. So it's Melody's fault. The reason why the kids cannot film on that reality show. She messed up a lot of deals. So the people say she's smart, but according to what we see right now, she don't make smart moves, not to
No, she
me.
doesn't. She's not smart. She a fool. She's a foolish woman. That's what she is. Like the Bible say.
Look, the jack of many trades, but the master of none. Everything that she put her hands on, it looked like it just fell, and I think you said it. Marcia even said it, everything that she tried to throw to the wall, she trying to find out what's going to stick.
Everybody knows when it comes to wealth, passing it to children, you're gonna have to be in a business when it comes to real estate and with investing and things like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We got 8 more minutes. You absolutely right. Checking your boo. Checking your boo said, Martell was building the houses, doing the work, and hiring his team. Mel was doing the office work. So if Mel was just only doing the office work, Martell was doing what he's supposed to have been doing. So how did they fail according to this article right here? And we're going to say allegedly. So guys, don't run with this. How can they get themselves in so much debt where they owed over 50 creditors?
I think it was her doing, because he doesn't give me the type. He don't give me a showboating daddy that want to have the best rims on the car and go put grills in his mouth, or a T.I. type dude. He doesn't give me that. It wasn't him that did that. I think it was mostly her. It's his name is attached to it because they was married at the time.
I would be so angry. You sitting there, you traveling, booking ready, going all across the country, and you put over 50 creditors into your bankruptcy court. If I was a taxpayer citizen, wouldn't you be mad how you could sit there and go and file bankrupt, which you cannot put the IRS into bankruptcy. You cannot even put student loans, but still of all, just to say that these people had racked up all that debt and still wants to go and live large. That right there, it really upsets me.
It does. It makes me upset because she gives me more. If I was just looking at her and I didn't know no knowledge of none of this, and I'm new and I'm figuring out who she is, me judging on the outside, she would have gave me someone that was either a life coach, doing life coach services, or doing financial services, something with a recurring income. Because when you got 4 kids and things like that, you're going to have to think serious about what businesses you want to start. And we're in a time where everything is virtual when it comes to certain service-based businesses now. And life coaching, she gives me that.
But Chicken Boo is absolutely right. When unequal yoke people, it will end in disruption, corruption, and division. Absolutely, because there was unequal yoke. These people, like I said, sometimes people only in your life just for a season, but that does not mean that they are destined to go into your future. And as you can see right here, this was a train wreck. This was a mess. To say that these people are very young. How old is Melody?
38 or something like that.
She's 38 and Martell is about 43, right?
He'd be 43 in January.
And just to say that these people had accumulate over millions of dollars in debt. My God.
Wait, please don't tell me he's a Capricorn.
Yeah, he's a Capricorn. You want to? You want to?
Oh my God!
Please don't tell me you're a Capricorn.
See, them January. This is why I'm glad I'm a December Capricorn. I sure am. This is why I'm glad I'm a December Capricorn. Them January Capricorns, baby.
Yeah, my ex-husband
too, right? I'm
a Capricorn
too. I'm one too. I'm January the 3rd.
Yep.
Oh, like my best friend in Florida. That is her birthday. Okay, y'all not too bad. Y'all a little crazy too, but you ain't, Lord have mercy.
I'm crazy. Look, I like to stay in my own little corner, but when you pull me out, that's when you're gonna see the craziness.
And that's one thing about us. That is one thing about us. We give you grace, baby. When we come out to play, baby, when we come out to play,
it's like a tsunami. We'll sit there. We'll take a lot from you. But honey, you trust me. Don't make us mad, right?
Fact. We will take a lot.
But if she,
we will.
If she was
and that
smart,
makes sense to why Martell took so much now. That also helps me understand why he took so much. Because we are like that.
Grace.
We do.
He gave her too much grace.
Yeah. Yeah.
Almost 8 years.
That explains that now, too.
See what she needs to do. See, she was smart because she got a big audience. She's going to have to learn how to capitalize and monetize with that audience that she got. She needs to try to start some type of membership and do and post daily there or 3 times a week with live sessions and things.
They got all that, girl. They got all that. This is what these Patreons about. Y'all, the one thing that she got to do First of all, Lady D already said it. The one thing she has to do is she gonna have to rebrand. She
Mhm.
has all of this. They have the Patreon groups. They have these free groups already. I mean, these paid for groups.
Yeah, she's gonna
You
have
know
to
what I'm saying? So
rebrand.
that's not even really gonna help her.
Mm-mm. She's gonna have to try to do something because I don't see that reality show in the near future for her. I don't see it because of her fans. There's so much damage, and the
I think
networks know about it allegedly.
I think so too. So guys, y'all got something to say because we done did our little 2 hours. Go ahead and close it out.
Yeah, because when
Go
you
ahead.
two networks, the network, first of all, the networks, there's only but so many networks. That's a small community.
Mm-hmm.
Your fans are suing networks. You think they won't be bothered with that?
Mm-hmm.
Girl,
No.
bye.
Mm-hmm.
Well, praying time is needed, guys.
Yeah, praying time is needed, but you got to want it. You can't sit there and say, "I'm gonna pray in one day, and the next day I'm gonna be a living hell to people's life." You can't do that. That's like you straddling the fence. You can't, you can't keep doing that. Either you're gonna pray, you're gonna forgive, and you're gonna let go, and you're gonna move on. But you can't say, "I'm gonna pray for this person," and the next day I'm gonna curse that person. You can't do it. You can't take it back like that.
It's like
But
change. It's like the change behavior. We notice
yeah.
that her behavior has not changed, regardless of what she does. I'm
Hmm.
all about the actions and the behavior she displays. And what I'm seeing is the same rhetoric mess that she continues to do.
Absolutely. So tonight, Chandela says that she's fasting tonight. So maybe she'll be better afterwards, hopefully. So we're going to close on that note right there. But girls, look, I enjoyed this. This was a good live. And girl, thank you for allowing us to sit there and see with our profile. I'm going to keep my profile up for a while. Oh my God.
Me too. I'm keeping it up all day. I'll change it tomorrow morning.
I don't
I
even
told
know
you
what
I'm
I'm going to change
trolling all day
tomorrow.
with my profile picture. Listen, they
Yeah.
probably already in the group dragging me for filth.
Yes. Look, my girl is in the house. My girl is in the house. Hello. Look,
Hey,
Miss
Miss
Oh, I would love.
Behavior.
Oh, I would love.
Hey, Miss Behavior.
Can I say something to
Um,
Misbehaving?
Yes, go ahead.
mm-hmm.
Happy Sunday, Misbehaving. You remember what you said so many months ago about those whales in Africa? Honey, karma is spinning the block on that woman. She's being exposed. She's still running scams, just like those water whales in Africa, which were scams.
We're gonna say allegedly, okay?
Allegedly.
We gonna say yeah, because I like to verify my stuff, okay?
Okay,
So if
sorry.
I can't verify it, I don't want to talk about it. But my girl misbehaving, my girl woo woo is in the house. Yes, indeed. So guys, look, I enjoyed this live. This was fun. It's always fun
It
when you guys.
was.
Absolutely. So tag me in whenever you go live today or tomorrow, Butterfly, and I'm gonna come and pay you a
I
visit.
will.
And yes,
Okay,
so
thank
go
you
ahead.
for
Yes,
having me.
shout out
I
to
had a
Chana.
fun.
Shout out to Chana.
Oh yes, hi guys. I'm Butterfly from Butterfly's Corner. Okay, y'all can head on down over there, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that notification bell. We like to have fun. Now I do drag and I do use profanity, but I'm trying to balance it. Okay, I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all, so I be a little rough. So I know to give pre-warnings. You know what I'm saying? Before I get a little rough for some people who don't like all that. But yeah, we have fun over there most of all.
Yes,
Thank
yes,
you for
yes.
having me up, Lady D. I
And
really
thank you.
appreciate it. This was fun. I'm gonna go ahead and take me a break because I gotta do a live at 8. So I'm gonna just relax and
Okay,
get my
8 p.m.
behind
8
log off.
p.m. And okay, 8
Yep, 8
p.m.
p.m.
All right.
Yep,
Okay, love. Thank you for
8 p.m.
coming on.
tonight. Thank
All right.
you for having me. Hey, Davita. Love you, girl.
Love you
Yes.
too.
Love you too. Okay, Davida, go ahead and shout out your channel.
Guys, I'm the work from home queen. That's the name of my channel. I share you work from home jobs, side hustles, ways to make money. And you can find my channel on YouTube, the work from home queen. Yep, yep, yep. It
Okay, okay. Yes, go ahead. You got some more to say? How
just
they can
thank
get in
you.
touch with you?
Yeah, they can get in touch with me on YouTube or at my website, theworkfromhomequeen.com. They can email me if they need to speak with me or anything like that.
Okay. All right. All right. So anything else you want to say about this topic?
I'm just gonna say, may God continue to watch over Martell. Um, we're praying for everybody right now, and you have a beautiful day yourself. And thank you for allowing me to come up.
Okay, you welcome. God bless here.
God bless you too.
Okay, so guys, we've been on for 2 hours. It was hilarious. I enjoyed every bit of it. And like I said, all the stuff that we talked about, all this right here is for entertainment purpose only. They put it out, they are free games. So like I said, don't get mad with the messenger. If you can't stand the heat, then you just say out, you'll find a channel that's going to accommodate you. But guys, thank you for coming in, making our job easy, and this was fun. Like I said, we're not sitting there trying to belittle anyone, but they put their business out there. So they are free game. And shout out to my favorite girl in the house, misbehaving. Yes, indeed, my girl misbehaving. So guys, you all be blessed and enjoy the rest of your day. Happy blessed Sunday.